almost totally cute.
Okay, very close. You're getting closer. Here.
4 feet.
4 feet. A little bit bigger. We're going up. Right? Up.
Oh, man.
Who knows there are timetables? It's 5 times 2.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job. That's how. They're almost pretty much as tall as this room. It's how the ones are on planes.
No, I said
The ones that I work with are about 120.
120 feet the minute.
So take like 12 of these rooms and stack them on top of each other. So they're big. And they're probably as wide around as these 4 tables in a circle.
Hey, Jacob.
Good name.
We have 2.
Okay. You can hold your questions a little bit. I'll move this. How do I answer your question about... I've got the chalk. For like, how we manage the missiles? It's like, say this is the ground. We have a big, huge hole in the ground where we stick the missile. Like this is the hole, and like the missile's in here. And the engine's down here. And so, whenever we tell it to, like the doors blow off of this, and it shoots off. So that's how we don't actually launch them from planes. These are actually in the ground, so they don't move. And these missiles are like very destructive. They're a lot bigger than anything on a plane.
Kayla, wait just a minute. Kayla, wait just a minute. Wait, guys, just wait a minute. We'll let you ask questions at the end, okay?
And then, see, like where I am is where we watch the missiles. Like we have another hole in the ground, big hole in the ground. That's like this. And a little shaft way to go down. And then there's a big capsule down here. It's altogether, it's about the size of this room. But with all the equipment and everything that's in there, we maybe have this much free space, and like these 2 tables. So like we, move around a little tight space down there. That's what we do. And then we have 4 lines that run up to the missile, and that tells us what's going on out there. So that's kind of answer some of your questions about the missile. And the only person who can ever tell us to launch one of these missiles, can anyone guess? Any idea? Many officer? Up higher. They just had a big election for it. What was that?
Oh, Captain?
Captain? A little higher?
President.
Bing, bing, bing. I've got tons more hats. All right.
Okay, you got to pay attention, though. Discipline.
Okay. And for like each one of these little capsules here, there's 10 missiles that we watch. And in my squadron, as I say, I'm from the 564th Missile Squadron. As this patch says, and that's what his hat says. There's 5 of these capsules with 10 missiles each. You can tell me how many missiles total per that is.
50.
You're good, man. You're good. That was on top. There you go. Okay. More multiplication for you. Okay. There's 50 per squadron, and there's 4 squadrons at my base. How many?
90.
A little higher?
100.
Getting closer. Keep going up. You're up next.
10,000?
Not quite.
Do the math.
102.
102. Remember, how many? 50 times 4.
Oh, 200.
Yeah,
You're good, man. You're good.
Oh, he's good.
Right. Okay.
I'll tell you who should not get the hat. Anybody who's talking while they raise their hand.
All right, one more problem for you. There's 2 people in each capsule to watch all the missiles. And there's 20 capsules in the entire wing. How many people is that?
40.
Don't speak until I pick on you.
You're right.
I saw your hand up first and you were saying the right answer. So, congratulations. Wait till I pick on you and then you know what, that's the only way you're going to get a hat.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Remember about blurting out answers, though? Mm-hmm.
All right. And lastly, for these tests, we have like several tests we take each month. That requires hours and hours of study. And to get there, we were literally studying all day long. We didn't have recess. We just had a short break. So these are cool. These are really good. These will help you a lot. Tell me, even when you're my age and you're still taking tests. So. Well, that's, I guess, about it. Over to questions. If you have questions, or I guess head up to questions.
Before they start, could you tell them just a little bit about about the Air Force and about when you got in and a little bit about you?
I went to college in Colorado Springs, which is right there, which is at the Air Force Academy, and I got commissioned as a second lieutenant. Commission just means being commissioned as an officer in the Air Force, and pretty much it just works. There's the rank system, pay. I mean, it's really awesome to serve because I'm serving for my country. I'm serving for you guys. I mean, I love to come to talk to you guys about my job because you guys are the reason I'm working, is to protect you guys. The military is here to protect you guys. Make sure you guys have fun, come to school, get hats, have fun doing testing. Have fun, having fun. Yeah, there we go. So, with the Air Force, we move around a lot. I'll spend 4 years up in Montana, and then I'll be moving somewhere else. There's a whole rank system, I'm sure. Does anyone know anybody else, like have a family member, have friends, that serve in the military? You do? Who knows someone who's in the Marines? Know someone in the Marines? Oh, cool. How about in the Army? Anyone know in the Army? Yeah, Army's cool.
I have one that goes to this school.
Goes to the ship? That's probably Navy then. Anybody know anybody in the Navy?
Yeah.
No? And does anybody know anybody in the Air Force? Just all raise your hands because you know me now. There you go. So now you all know somebody in the military. Yep, so that's good. See, there's a lot of people in the military, and we all serve.
Jacob?
We all serve because, we love our country. We love our values. We love just everything that we can do for you guys. So there's like humongous amount of jobs out there for the Air Force. Guys who work with missiles, there's a lot of pilots out there. I'm sure as you guys know, pilot planes. We have doctors. We have instructors. Like the people who taught me were teachers, but they were in the Air Force, and they came out and taught us. While I was in college. And I mean, pretty much anything you want to do, you can do in the military. It's awesome. And so, is that good?
How about, do you have, can you tell us about, how you have to act when you're in the Air Force?
Ah, yes. it's very strict. Okay, and even with my uniform, like, I had to before work. I spent quite a while this morning getting this ready. You can't. I mean, it's very disciplined. Like jumping around and having a time. We say sir. Like if someone higher ranking than me, like a captain or a major, a lieutenant colonel, anything above me, I have to say sir when I'm talking to them. And like, how you doing, sir? How you? So I have a question for you. I'm gonna talk to you. And so it's very respectful. It's all about like if someone is like speaking, you know, you are listening and you're saying what he's doing. You know, you're not. And I don't care what you say. It's very respectful. When someone gets up in front, we call them briefings. They're like a lesson. Like this would be called a briefing in the military. So they'd be very quiet. You know, if they have a question, they're very respectful. And another part of it is personal strengths. As you can see, like my boots are decently shined. My uniform is clean. I don't have any like strings hanging off. It's always washed. Almost like, and so it's very hard. A lot of people don't like it, but like basic training, you go through basic before you can like fully get into the military. Very hard. You have people yelling at you. You're doing push-ups and running until you drop. I mean, it's very hard. So, yeah, it's very, but it's a good experience, and the bond that you form with other people because of your discipline and mutual respect for one another. It's awesome. And that's what really makes the job too. Is working with people that you love.
Okay. Can you tell us about how you guys respect the flag? Because I know that that's really important.
Oh, yes. At the flag, each morning it's 6 o'clock in the morning for 0600, as I say in the military. We have a small ceremony. They play reveille. That song. They raise the flag, and the whole salute while they're raising it. And anytime, like you've seen when people carry the, like are marching along and they're carrying the American flag, you know, like on a pole, where you have to come to attention and salute it and stand, and it's very respectful to the flag because that's our national symbol. And each day at 4:30, we have another. They play the national anthem every day at 4:30, and once again, it's a very good ceremony where they come out, lower the flag very slowly, and we are saluting the flag while they're lowering it, and they fold it up, and it's all about respecting and serving the flag. Because when someone in the military dies, and you've maybe seen this on the news, they drape their coffin with the flag. And that is very, you know, shows how much we respect the flag, how much it is meant to be respected. And there's lots of rules about how you treat it and when to fly it and things like that. And it's just very important to us to protect the flag.
I think if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask, this is a big time, but I'd like you to listen to each other so that we don't repeat things over and over again, okay?
You've been having a question for a while.
Okay, why is there a little tiny flag in the back of your shirt?
Oh, good question. This is just a scarf we wear. It's actually silk. Guess I can pass it around if you guys want to feel it. But it's just each squadron has their own. It's kind of based off their colors. Now, my squadron colors is red, white, and blue. So of course, we just have it as the flag. So you can feel it. I mean, it's just a silk material. It actually comes from a long tradition of a long time ago. The old pilots, you know, like back in before they had cockpit, you had like the cockpits going over to protect them from the weather. They had to really bundle up, and they always had to be looking around for other planes, you know, to see if someone's going to shoot them down. And they used to just have regular cloth and you just rub their neck. You know how it is, if you just rub your skin raw on something? So that's where these kind of come from as a tradition to come down, is the silk scarf to protect your neck from getting chapped on your clothes. Did you still have a question?
Yeah. Like you said, when someone dies in the middle of the hair and you put the flag under them, how do you do it without the leather getting to the ground?
Oh, the flag getting to the ground?
Yeah,
That's
to
very,
the ground.
that's very good. With that, they hold the casket at waist high and they carry it. And usually the casket is wide enough and tall enough that it by the time it folds over the coffin, it doesn't touch the ground. It still clears it. And then when it comes time to put the casket in the ground, they pull the flag off first, fold it up, and then they lower the coffin into the ground. So they don't actually put the flag on the coffin while they're lowering it in the ground. Yep. I got commissioned in May of 2003, so last year and a bit. And so I just when I came to the military, they paid for my college, and so I have to pay them back with years in service, and so I had 5 years full. So far I've served 1 year, and so I have 4 more years left before I decide whether I want to stay in or go ahead and leave. There you go. Good questions. You guys get hats for? Go ahead.
How does the torpedo go to where they are? Like if they move, it goes to them?
I'm talking about the missile that I use. Yeah, they're not actually programmed to hit moving targets. We can only we can program to hit stationary targets. You have a globe right there?
Okay.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Might be a little dusty. Watch out.
Like, these missiles have a very long range. We can hit pretty much anywhere in the world. Like, I'm up here, and say we want to, launch against hit a target up here in Russia or something, they would take off. It would fly into space. The missile would go into space. And then it would come back down and hit over here. So it can hit, it can go clear down to here, anywhere in the world it can go.
Even at the very south?
Yeah. If it goes to the south, it would go the other way. And so it actually goes into space before coming back in. All right. Good.
Have you
While I was at the Air Force Academy, we had very strict rules. And if you guys could even eat one meal, like how we had to, do very cool. We only had 7 chews to swallow our food, and to swallow counted as a chew. So you learn to take very small bites or be able to swallow big chunks of food. So you know how you guys gobble and sit there and chew your food forever? And we only had 7 chews. So when you're at lunch today, try that. Try to eat something in 7 chews.
Okay, I'll try.
And when we ate, I'll demonstrate for you. We had to sit at attention, which means we sit on the front 1/3 of our chair. We sit straight up, hands here. And if you wanted to eat, you take your hand, you do it wherever you want. Then you had to go straight up and straight into your mouth.
Wow.
Then you get it, and before you can start chewing, you have to go back. Put your fork on the plate, put your hand back on your lap, then you can chew.
Wow.
Oh, man.
7 chews. And then, say if you want to take a drink, you have to wait. You couldn't go for your next bite until you had swallowed the food. Then you can go back and eat your next bite or a drink, whatever you want to do. But the whole time you're like this. And people are watching you and they're seriously counting your chews. So if you take 8 chews, they'll yell at you. And then they might even make you only get 6 chews instead of 7 chews to swallow your food. So if you're not careful, all of a sudden you may be having 1 chew for each bite. It's very hard.
Yeah, really strict.
You have some question? Okay. Go on that. There you go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. You're in the back.
How many friends do you have?
How many friends do I have? I have a lot of friends. There's there's a lot of people in our squad. There's about 120 of us in our squad, and we're all pretty good friends. Before you fall out of your chair,
Okay. When you're loading up the missile, how much dynamite does it take to put in there, or do you even put no dynamite?
oh, good question. I forgot to tell you what's actually on the missile up here at the top. We don't use dynamite. We use a nuclear warhead. You guys have any idea about nuclear warheads? Have you had? Does anybody know anything about World War II? And about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the atomic bomb? Does that ring any bells? But pretty much each missile we have, one warhead on there, has enough power to destroy all of Los Angeles. So that's kind of telling you how much power we have with one of those missiles. So to answer your question on what's in the warhead and how much we have. Go ahead, Richard.
What's in the missiles?
Like, what do you mean, like, oh, what's in the rest of the missile? Okay. It's all the fuel to make it launch. You know how you put gas into a car to make the engine run? This isn't liquid. It's actually solid. Does anyone do like model rockets? Or any seen those?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, see, if you're ever in a store and go to a model rocket section and look at their engines, they have the model rockets. You see that it's all hard material in there, and all you do is just take a little light, and you take a flame that lights it, and it just burns, and it's very, very powerful. So that's what we have inside the missile.
Oh, yeah,
That's pretty much the rest of the entire of the missile is all of that.
Tawny? We have to leave hats off in the room, right, Jake?
Yep, we don't wear our hats indoors.
That's even a rule here.
How heavy is the missile?
That's a good question. It's pretty heavy. I'd say several cars. Good job. All right. And then what we do is you come up here and put it right against your temple, and a little soft spot around your head, just like this. And you turn it just slightly, so your whole arm is straight. So you just want barely the tips of your fingers touching your temple, right there.
Like this?
Okay. Let me see it.
I got no idea what it's talking
Flatten your hand out. There you go. So, the whole motion, that's the
You want
end
to sit?
result.
I'm just going to play. I'm going to play.
From here.
I'm going to sing a
Right.
song.
Everyone, start from here. Hands to your sides. And hands to your sides. There you go. All right.
Always with your right hand.
Always use the right hand. Okay. Go ahead and stay still for now. I'm gonna show you it, and then after I show it, we'll do it. How it is, you come up like this. So it's one motion. And if you can, snap it. It's hard, it's fast. Remember, you just barely touch them here, hand flat, even like look down your hand. Like do it up and then look. See it flat. Okay, everybody, hold it up. Flatten your hand out just a little bit, like bring your fingers up. That's a good one right there. Good. Cant your hand a little bit towards you, like if you're trying to read your palm, you can read your palm. Just a little bit. There you go. Flatten the hand out. There we go. Go ahead, flatten your hand out a little bit, like this. Like, look at your hand like this. Straight. like bring your wrist, you're kind of like that, bring it down like this. There you go, just like that. Good. Right in your temple, your temple. Bring it, like you're right here, bring it on like this. There you go. And your hands are close. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Okay, and when you drop it, it's very fast. The whole thing is like you try to beat the other person back down. So it's very fast. Like that. Yeah. This whole thing is fast. Like that.
Okay, remember I told you this morning we were going to wait to do our national anthem until later. This is the later we're going to sing it for. So we're going to actually redo the flag salute like we did this morning and then do the national anthem. And remember about standing up and being attention when we sing it. Okay, so who's the table captain and table for? Kiana, could you lead us, please? I'll be here tomorrow. Okay, hats off in the room, okay? Okay, Amber. I don't think you're quite ready over there. Okay, please pay attention so when we call your name, you're ready to go. Last time, that's all. Okay. Tawny?
There you go. Good job.
Ralph?
Good job, man.
Jonathan? Okay, quiet, please.
Good job, man. Good job. You like your shirt, too.
Matthew?
What's Matthew?
There you go.
Mr. Matthew gets two.
Good job. There you go.
Skylar?
Good job.
Jacob? No, Jacob, you're asking us. Thomas?
Good job, man.
Jacob?
Nice. Good job.
Amber?
Good one. Good one.
Courtney? please, Ralph? Tiana? Dash? Hey, you're getting a little noisy. Some people are still receiving their awards. Bye, please. Josh? Kayla?
There you go.
Beyonce?
I got another Ralph. That's freezing.
Uh,
I got
is
another
there,
Ralph.
you're having trouble with your chain, don't worry, I'm gonna get you some new chain. This is Green Husband. Okay, Matthew, Lisa?
Now I'm excited. Something's hard.
Put them over your head.
I just went.
Jacob?
China.
They were together when I gave them to you.
Mine says I love USA. I love the
It's
USA.
on the back. Jake has one more thing for you. I'll show you what they are.
Mine says I love the USA.
Actually, I think Catherine bought these for you. So you can tell her thank you.
How about the bag? That's the only one here that has a hat. What does yours say? Come on, what does
We're not going to sharpen those right now, though, okay?
I love the USA, mine too. Everybody has the USA. No fair. Oh,
There's a reading pencil for you.
what is I'm giving this right here again.
Okay, just put it back in.
You put it in. It is always so wound
Let me
that
tell you about these, and then we're gonna let Jake tell you about what these are and what they're used for, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what we're gonna do in the future with these, okay? You can't lose them. And Jake will tell you why.
I've never taken any off.
We want to present Jake with one of our, okay. Step back to your squad and show them what you really.
Thank you. Did anyone get a pencil?
Okay, quiet please, and Jake's gonna tell you about what these are and why they're good.
These are dog tags. You guys didn't know? The ones I have on me right now, but they're play metal like this and have your name and your social security number and your blood type and all sorts of information on here. And on real ones, these are both the same. So they have both information. And soldiers, when they're going into combat, wear these around their neck. So that if anything happens to them, people know what they are, who they are. And the reason that you have one on a loop is if a soldier is killed and they can't bring the body back right then, the guy would just yank this one off. So they leave that one name tag around his neck so that they have the name, and then they have this small loop saying that person had been killed. And then later on, they could go back and match up dog tags to know exactly who was who. So these are very important to have to be in the military. In the military, everyone has their own dog tags. These are really cool that you guys use. So I hope you really enjoy them.
Now, one thing you need to know is in the future, our whole school is doing an award system starting next week. You need to listen to this because actually the chains that these are on are really not very good chains, but you're getting new chains for them. And they're good chains, like the small chain is a good chain. And every month that you have perfect attendance, you're going to get a new tag to put on there. You can't have any tardies or any absences. You get every month you can start over. if you get an award like a spelling award or a social math award or a citizenship award, you're going to get a tag with it. Besides getting your award, you're going to get a tag. And so by the end of the year, you can have quite a good collection of these for you to keep. And then they're going to do it next year too. So when we get the really good change, I'll try to get those today for you at lunch. Okay, Jonathan? And if we get the really good chains today, then we'll transfer these over onto the good chains, okay? I was kind of deciding whether we wanted to keep them here or take them home. Then we'll let you make a choice on that. But if you take them home, take good care of them because you know how important they are, so we're going to keep these. But you can take your awards home.
I can leave it.
Now, that's all the good news.
Bad news, we have no hat.
Bad news.
We get no hat.
Here's part 2.
I'm never taking
Starting
that.
that on Monday.
What does second name?
You get a handout.
wood system.
Okay,
We only get army
let's leave the hats off so we can risk losing those, so let's keep them off. They're
The
not
bad
beyond
news, we
plastic.
get no hat.
Okay, talked to Jake about the Air Force. We did a really good science math experiment the other day. We were doing population maps. And we had everybody in a little tiny space over here, we called it California. They were all crammed in here like this, and then we had a place over there that was real roomy and big, we called it Montana. And we were showing how population is different, more dense. We were talking about density. They all decided they want to move to Montana.
No, not.
They all said, I know Josh says, I want to join the Air Force, I want to go to Montana. So it wasn't so crowded. So. But I'm sure that you know that what you're doing in this class, Jake had to go to 3rd grade just like you did, and he had to do well before he got to the Air Force Academy. And so, you know, have some goals like that. You're not too young to think about what you want to do when you get older. So maybe someday you'll be on the missile squad. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Anybody? Any other questions?
Why you put the fuel in the machine?
The fuel, that's a very long process that's done places that I really don't know of, but it's done very carefully.